It's Thursday. It's weather for Weather Geeks time, a little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon on this Thursday, day before Valentine's Day. We've had a fairly cloudy day today, but of course we've missed out on all of the action that's been over towards the East Coast, down into the southeast as well. And boy, this is turning out to be a whopper of a storm for many places. Right now, the band of heaviest snow extends from Altoona and State College, the Interstate 99 corridor in central PA, right up towards Williamsport, heading up into the Pocono Mountains, the Catskills, the Berkshires. Boston's getting slammed with heavy snow right now. New York City had it earlier, but they're getting a little bit of a break right now as some drier air filters in from the south. But the snow still extends all the way down into North Carolina this afternoon. Charlotte's about done. Raleigh can still see a couple of inches. They've had upwards of 7 inches of snow in the Charlotte area, 7, 8, 9 inches. Pretty common down in here, and that's a once in every 10-year kind of a storm for that part of the country. They don't see that much snow very often at all. Here's the next little weather maker approaching from the west. It's going to weaken as it does so. Boy, it'd be nice if we get rid of the clouds today, but the clearing's been teasing us all afternoon. It's a little hard to see here because the cloud cover looks about the same as the snow cover that's on the ground being reflected and picked up by the satellite, but the clearing line is right through here. So if you travel west on Interstate 76 or Interstate 80 this afternoon, you're going to run into sunshine very quickly once you get past Austintown and past Lake Milton. You're going to run into sunshine, Akron, Cleveland, Mansfield, and Columbus. Not a cloud in the sky this afternoon, but we are just far enough east that the clouds from that East Coast system still hanging tough here in the Youngstown area and over towards the Shenango Valley this afternoon. Well, let me plot up. Let's see what some of the latest snow reports are. 7 inches northeastern PA. Not a lot of recent reports along the East Coast, but look at some of these totals down here. 18 inches, pretty common. 21 inches, common. Southwestern Virginia. So, boy, that's been the bullseye for sure. I'm going to plot up the future radar now, and I'm going to show you that not much is going to happen here as we get into the day on Friday. We've been advertising over the last 24 hours that Friday's system looks weaker and weaker. That's definitely been the trend over the last couple of days, and the latest computer model runs have kind of continued that trend. As the data loads up here, I'm going to show you the future radar for Friday, and if you have Valentine's Day travel plans, I think you're doing all right. All right, apparently this data is going to take forever to load, so I'm just going to switch sources. Show you the GFS computer model here for Friday morning, right here. And Friday morning, we've got an area of low pressure moving across Michigan. Here's our big East Coast storm. This area of low pressure moving through the lakes, this is an Alberta clipper. It's coming in too quickly on the heels of the East Coast storm, I think, to get much moisture. The East Coast storm kind of steals a lot of the moisture. So that's Friday morning. Here's Friday evening, and a lot of the energy being transferred down south of the Ohio River at this point. So Friday evening will be a snowy one from Cincinnati south through Louisville, Lexington, Nashville, Knoxville. But we're too far north, it looks like. There'll be some scattered snow showers, I think, on Friday, but boy, more and more, I think we're going to be hard-pressed to get an inch out of this. Here's Friday night heading into Saturday morning, and this is where, you know, if someone's going to get a quick half an inch to maybe an inch, it's going to be probably south of Route 30, down towards East Liverpool, just on the northern fringes of this Alberta Clipper system as it kind of rounds the bend, moves towards the East Coast. I doubt once you're up towards I-80 and up into Trumbull and Mercer counties, we get more than a dusting out of this. But, you know, maybe someone down in Columbiana County, Lawrence County, gets a half an inch to an inch. Very late Friday, heading into Friday night, as that system kind of makes the bend and then becomes more of an East Coast problem. So our weather for the weekend, overall cold but tranquil. Some scattered flurries Saturday in the morning and midday. Maybe some afternoon sun on Saturday. Here's this next little weak system cruising through Sunday early in the day. This is just a little trough of low pressure pivoting through. There'll be some flurries and snow showers through the midday on Sunday. Those will fade away towards the end of the day. Probably not a lot of sunshine this weekend. I was a little more optimistic a couple of days ago that the weekend might bring some sun, but not anymore. And then here comes this system for Monday, and the trends have definitely been for this to produce liquid precipitation because the precipitation arrives late enough in the day. Monday morning is going to start very cold. And if we had precipitation at 7 a.m. on Monday, I'd be worried about some ice with the surface temperature still very cold, but the air upstairs in the atmosphere warming up above freezing. But it looks like the precipitation is going to be delayed enough that as we get into the afternoon and evening, the entire column of the atmosphere warms enough that it probably will be rain. right through Monday evening, and then Monday late at night, a change over to some snow showers as the somewhat colder air wraps in behind. But any cold air that wraps in behind this for Tuesday is just a one-day deal, because by Wednesday, we're really going to start the warming trend. I think we're well into the 40s Wednesday, and then the much-advertised, quote-unquote, heat wave for the end of the week is still on track. Let's talk about that heat wave at the end of next week. I'm going to show you the same map I showed you yesterday. What we're looking at here is a probability map based on the European model. The first map I'm going to show you is the probability that next Friday we get above 50 degrees. Northeast Ohio in the orangish colors here, and that puts us well up into the 80s as far as the percent chance we get above 50 degrees next Friday. Chances are real good. So I think 50 is pretty much a lock at this point. What about 60? I think right now it's a kind of a 50-50 proposition, maybe 60-40. I'm optimistic a lot of backyards are going to make a run at 60, if not for one day, maybe even for a couple of days at the end of next week and perhaps into even next Saturday. So 60s are going to become much more common, of course, south of Route 30 down towards Interstate 70. Here's the chances next Friday of a 70-degree reading. Cincinnati, Parkersburg, Marietta, you know, it's a 50-50 chance almost that along the Ohio River it gets to 70 next Friday. Up here, I don't think 70 is likely. I do think we've got a good shot at hitting 60 at least one day, if not 2 or 3, at the end of next week. Here's the GFS model, high temperature map for next Thursday, 53. That seems reasonable to me. Here's the forecast for next Friday. The GFS has a front stalled nearby, and that's why it keeps us in the 40s, while Columbus is near 60 next Friday. That may or may not be right. If this front's even a little bit farther north, we'll get into the warm air, no problem. So don't take this verbatim. Lots to be worked out for the end of next week. And then here's the GFS map for next Saturday. It has that front going far enough north. And look at this. The GFS has it at 62 next Saturday. All of these are just computer models. It's only one run of these computer models, and I don't want you to think that this is exactly what our forecast is going to end up being. It just shows you what's possible, what's on the table, the warmest weather we've had in a long time, likely at the end of next week and perhaps even early next weekend. Do we hit 60? I wouldn't guarantee that yet, but I think we've got at least a 50-50, if not 60-40 chance at this point. So stay tuned. We'll update the forecast. Good things to come at the end of next week. In the meantime, thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. Check out my forecast tonight on the TV side at 6 o'clock, and then after the Olympics tonight around 11:35. And be sure and, of course, follow me on Twitter, EricWFMJ. Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm on Facebook. Put meteorologist in front of my name to find me on Facebook. My Instagram as well, and ericwfmj.com is my weather blog. We'll see you tomorrow.